Hello and welcome to a new episode of Aslan Live. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the friendly match we played yesterday and a bit about the Osimhen transfer. Yeah, let's just jump straight into it. We won 5-2 against Umrania yesterday in our first friendly, where Berkan scored, Zaniolo, Köhn, Metahan, and Ada Yuzgec, our 2009 striker. Yeah, let's just jump straight into the match. What I thought about it. I'm going to talk about players and their performances. First, we have these two, both Cuesta and Nelson, who started the game. I think Nelson is just finished with us and we are finished with him. Unfortunately, he's still our player. And I really like Nelson, but from the last year, the way he acted, the bond it just didn't work anymore. So it's just sad how it ended, and you see that he's not motivated. His head are down on the one goal where we conceded. He tried to pass, and of course it's not only his fault, but yeah, his pass led to a goal or a counter attack. Yeah, it's just sad to see how his downfall at our club has been. Because I really admired Nelson when he played. Yeah, Cuesta also, yeah, it's a bit harsh, but I don't think he's good enough for us. A player I think did well yesterday was Berkan. He was, yeah, I think he had a good match. He was captain in the first half. He scored one goal and had one assist. Berkan is a player I think he had a weak season last season. Much of that, I think, is because he was played much out of position, and out of that, he got a lot of lower confidence. So I think that his confidence was really low last season, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do this season, but for me at least, he could be a valuable player in the rotation squad. But again, he's a foreign in the Champions League squad, so it's a bit difficult. We just need to see how the squad is going to be planned, but yeah. Another player we are unsure of is, of course, Zaniolo, who scored a goal. Again, I talked about it in the last video. He's still our player, so I don't want to say too much negative about him, but I don't think he had a really good game yesterday. His attitude is good, of course, but he doesn't have a choice. He lost the ball a lot. He had a lot of mistakes on his passes. He tried to dribble in tight spaces, lost the ball many times, and but its attitude, as I said, was good. And he has shown good attitude from the trainings I heard in the camp. But he has no choice. Galatasaray is his best option right now, and he knows that. So I don't know. I still don't have like a good feeling about him. Unfortunately, he's still our player, like I said. So I'm gonna support him if he's gonna play, and I hope he's gonna prove me wrong if he's gonna stay. But if we get an okay bid on him or an offer on him, I would sell him because of the foreign spot. And I'm not even sure, does he know that he's if he's gonna stay, that is probably gonna be the third striker and the fifth winger. Because if you ask me, at least, maybe Okan has other plans, but I would rather play Sané, Yunus, Barish, and Salah before him. And that's on the things I just saw yesterday. I think he's losing the ball a lot. He's going into wrong spaces. He got a lot of potential. He's really strong. He's fast. He's strong. His physique. He's a monster. But at the same time, I don't know his choices with the ball. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough one, but at least as long as he's our player, I would support him. So, but yeah, Kern played left winger and Kazimcan played left back yesterday, and yeah, Kazimcan gave one assist to Kern. It was a beautiful goal by Kern, and yeah, Umrani's right side or our left side dominated that side. We scored 3 goals from that side, and you just saw it was so much space behind there, where Kazımcan and Kern they just had a good time. And when Berat Lush came in as a left winger, it was a highway there. They just had so much space. Talking about Kazımcan, when he first came, I had big hopes, but I don't see much of a development from him. And he loses the ball so easy. I don't know, man. I just don't see the confidence in him. I don't see the talent in him. I don't know. I really wish that they would succeed in our club, but I think it's really difficult. Kern also, I don't know. Right now we have our left backs with Eren Elmalu and Jacobs. So due to the foreign spot, I don't think Kern has a future in our club, right? But again, as I said, no one is sold yet, so we just need to. I'm gonna support them at least. So, and I think they had an okay game, but as I said, like Kazımcan, he loses the ball too easy, and I don't see that from the loan spell he had in Russia. I don't think he had any development from what I've seen, and it's just one game. So another who scored was Metahan. Scored on the corner from Gabriel Sara's fantastic left foot. Metahan is also a player I'm not really sure about when it comes to the talent, when it comes to the skills, when it comes to his positioning, when he's playing center back, when he's playing right back. But as I said earlier or previous in the other videos, I think Okan wants him to stay because he's so important in the dressing room. He's a player who's a link between, I think, the foreign players and the Turkish players in some way. I think everybody loves him, and he knows what Galatasaray is. He's a home ground player in the Champions League squad. He can play right back, he can play center back. I think he also can play central midfielder or like a defensive midfielder. Is he good enough? And it's like people can say, is that enough to let him stay if he's a dressing room guy? I don't know, but in the best case, he should maybe get loaned out and get some valuable playing time. But he's 23 years now, so he's still young. So I don't know. I love Metehan, but as a player, I don't know. We remember the Ayup game last year. We remember the Sivas game where he got red card after 10 minutes. I can't really trust him as a player to be honest. But yeah, as Okan said, he's really important in the team. So and he seems like a really, really good guy. I like him. So, but he had like the Hazet Alkmaar game last year in the Europe League where he played really good. So yeah, I wish the best for him. We will see what happened to him. I think he's gonna stay because Okan Hoja, and sorry if I'm not saying Hoja, but yeah, Okan Hoja emphasize how important um, Metan is in the dressing room. So, and it's in the team as whole. But this guy or this kid Arda Unyay, he came in the second half, and I think he played really good. I know I can't take off after a friendly, but I really, really think he's promising from what I've seen. I love that he's so dynamic. He's strong. He's fast. His agility, or how I say it, he's just so his movement are so. It's just so good flow. He can stand high. His positioning was sometimes wrong because he was in front of his player, and they could just play behind him, and he would be like 1 meter behind. But that's something he's gonna learn. He's 18 years old. But I think that's also due to that he's so aggressive. He's not afraid in the 1 versus 1. He was so tight in his player. He's so confident in his pace, in his strength, in the reading the game. Again, I don't want to take off too early, but it seems really, really promising. His physical attributes are perfect for a center back. Of course, his experience, he tried to play like 1-2 when he was center back and high on the pitch. Of course, he's gonna learn from that. He's gonna be a bit more calmer in that sense. But in overall, I think I really loved and admired his. It was just one situation where it was 1 versus 1, where one Umrani player was about to dribble him, but he was so tight and he was not afraid because many players. Let's take Nelson for example. One of the thing that why Okan doesn't want him in the team, I think, is because of his skill set. He's a bit more passive. He's a bit more afraid of getting dribbled past because of his pace. But like Arda he just not afraid. He was so tight, and sometimes you're gonna be dribbled past. Like for example, Davinson Sanchez do when you're too confident in your skill. But I rather want a player who is not afraid to go tight in the 1 versus 1 because it's easy to just fall back and let the player who's gonna dribble take the lead. But here it's like you saw Arda was so tight. Yeah, it was just so really promising player from Arda, the player we got in the winter transfer window from Ankara. I think it was 500,000 euros plus 10% of the next sale is going to Ankara, at least from what I saw on Transfermarkt. So yeah, really promising from what I saw from this game. So, and the youngsters were, I think we have a really good generation. I know it's too early to say anything, but the players who came in, I think they were really, some of them were really promising. I know we didn't meet the best team in the world, but it was they play in a league under us. It's not that bad team either. It wasn't a fifth division team. All respect to them, but it was a professional team. So and one guy who also really um, made me happy was those two, Berat Lush on the left side and Ada Yüzgeç on the right side. Ada Yüzgeç scored and Berat Lush got one assist. Berat Lush, we remember him from last season against Kayserispor, where he got his debut in the Super League, if I'm not totally wrong, where he was really good. I hope to see more of him in the future. But Ada Yüzgeç is a new name for me, and he's 2009 model. It's pretty insane. He's 16 years old, and he looked really promising. He's a striker. But one thing I loved is that he's so versatile. He's good to meet the ball. He's good to go behind the defense. He seems smart in his movements. He seems confident. He seems good on the ball. I watched a clip from him from a youth game. You can search it up on Twitter or X. He's technical. He's just look at that. He's good. He can take the ball on his feet. He's not afraid of that. He goes in behind the defense. And he's 16 years old. And I tried to do some research, and he started to train with us when he was 14 years old. Again, I don't want to make any pressure on a 14-year or on a 16-year-old player. He's still very, very young. These players are still very young. Arda Ünyay, Ada Yüzgeç, Berat Lush, they need time. So I don't want to make too much of a pressure on them, but Ada Yüzgeç trained with the first team when he was 14 years old. This is a pick from the 2022-2023 season, the first season of Okan Buruk in I think it's something around September 2023. This picture is from, I think so. It's from 2023 at least, when he was 14 years old. That shows that I think it shows that it's something special about him. And we all remember Mustafa Kapo, who I think he played a friendly when he was 14 years old. I think it's almost around 10 years ago or something. But I think so we can't take too much off, it's still very, very early to say anything, but I think it's much more easier to track those numbers now. How are they doing on the academy? How are they, everything is about stats. I think it's much more easier to measure the stats now. How good is, for example, Ada compared to the other youth national teams players from Turkey, for example, or from the world. And I think it's much more, it really says something when he has training with the team when he's 14 years old. And that Okan puts him on in the second half. He gets one half. He playing 40. He got switched off in the last 5 minutes or something to let everybody play. But he came in the second half and played around 40 minutes. I don't think that's a coincidence that because he's the youngest player too from the academy players who was in the squad. I think it's showing that he's doing something really, really right on the trainings. I think it's really something. I think he's just a very, very promising player. I don't want, as I'm saying, I'm telling this too many times, but not let's not make too much pressure on him. But yeah, it was so good to see those youngsters play so many of them played so good. It's some players I don't mention now, but I think everybody did a good job. Just so good to see. I love players from our academy. It's just my yeah. So hopefully we're gonna see something from him this season on the senior team, on the first team. Because yeah, just search up Ada Yuzgec on X and try to find the clip. I think it was against Alanyaspor in a youth game, and you're gonna see that he's so versatile. So yeah. Another player I want to mention is F. Akman, the player who got booed on in the Champions League celebrations. First of all, I think it's insane that someone booing that he gets booed on. That any players get booed on a celebration on a champion celebration. He's 19 years old. I don't know. I don't have any words, to be honest. It's my opinion that no one should be booed on. And I don't believe that it's a terrible thing that he's just on the team because his father, Ayhan Akman, is working in the team. It is like Okan Buruk said in an interview after the season that no one in the Galatasaray trainings can't just join a training and not be good enough. It doesn't work like that. And when we got Zaniolo, the first thing one of the things Roma wanted was to get get a clause to have the right to get F. Akman first if we are gonna sell him. I think it was him and Yusuf Demir. He's playing on the national in the youth teams for Turkey. He got talent. We saw it yesterday, and I got a huge respect for F. Akman because he was not afraid yesterday. I think he got yes, he cried on the celebrations, but and that's totally normal. But the way he showed, he was not afraid at all. He got the ball. He showed his technical attributes. He showed his skills. Yeah, he's also a promising player, I think. I don't want to compare him to Vitinha or Neves on PSG. I know I'm taking you too far right now, but he's the similar playing style. He's small, but he's quick. He's technical, and I'm just so glad that he took the ball in front of him. He dribbled. He used a bit more touches than he usually does when I have seen him, but he was not afraid at all, and it was just so nice to see that he played a good match. So yeah, I'm I have hopes for him too. So I hope he's gonna prove everyone wrong, because what happened in the celebrations, I respect everybody, but I don't think that was right. So let's talk a bit about Osimhen because okay, let's finish it up with the game from yesterday, our first friendly. I think it was a fun game. It was so good to see the youngsters, and the youngsters I didn't talk about. I think everybody played well. So, but yeah, let's talk a bit about Osimhen because it's a headache. It's a roller coaster of emotions right now because in the 1 second we think we got him, in the another second we don't think we got him, and in the meantime Besiktas, Fenerbahce are signing players, and we are just waiting for this news to be good news, and it's just a frustration. I'm just frustrated because Osimhen is an important player, and I think we did everything to get him right now. Our last bid is 40 million euros, where they get immediately, uh, plus 35 million euros in installments, like it said, like Fabrizio said here. So I think it's 17.5 million euros plus 17.5 million euros. So it's 3 installments, I think. The first we are giving it straight away, and it's 2, and it's divided on 2, the last 35 million euros. It's we have seen that De Laurentiis, Napoli's president or owner, is it's not the easy figure. It's not the easy man, and I really, really hope they're gonna accept this bid. I'm almost expecting that they're gonna accept it tomorrow. I really hope so, because it's gonna be so much easier to do the rest for the team. Who can we get after if we get Osimhen? It's much more easier to plan, because right now I think everything's just standing still. We are still waiting. I think every energy is on Osimhen. So it's really difficult for the staff, for the board, to do anything else. I think they have done everything in their power to get him. They got the bank guarantees, they got the immediate pay up to 40 million euros, which I think is huge. And Osimhen just want us, so yeah. But as longer you wait, you hear these rumors that Al Hilal is now bidding again, Manchester United is in the race again. I just hope this transfer will be finished tomorrow, because Osimhen is not a normal player. This is from last season for us. 41 games, 37 goals, 8 assists. And if you just don't think about these numbers, the way he destroyed the defenses he played against, Osimhen is a crazy player. He's an insane player. So yeah, I just hope everything is gonna be fine tomorrow. If we're gonna get him tomorrow, hopefully we can have or the day. I don't want to jinx anything, so I hope we're gonna get him. I know it's Everyone's frustrated right now. So let me see if it's some news, because suddenly it's so fast there. I don't want to get no news right now. Let me see. Yeah, because the movements are so quickly if we're getting some players or not. So yeah, Osimhen. I just hope we get him. Is he expensive? Of course, but look at the other Turkish teams. Orkun Kökçü went to Besiktas, a great transfer, but as they are saying, yeah, they didn't have money, but suddenly they have. Then I don't think 75 million euros. Yes, the salary is not low, but I don't think it's that expensive then. If the numbers you see from Fenerbahce and Besiktas, and I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit funny because we saw that the TFFF. We all remember the 2003 rule, where you could have 12 foreigners and plus 2 who is born in 2003 or younger. I talked about it in the previous videos. Suddenly, in the middle of the transfer window, they are changing it to 2002 and younger, the 2 players you can get. A few days later, Fenerbahce is getting a player who is born in 2002. I don't want to speculate anything, but I think it's really. I think this TFFF should just resign because it's. What they are doing is just so amateur. What about the clubs who has prepared for? I'm not just talking about Galatasaray, but the clubs who has prepared for the 2003 players, for example. And suddenly you're changing it to the 2002 in the middle of a transfer window. It just, and everything from last season, I'm tired of this TFFF. It's the worst I've seen, to be honest. It's just, I don't know who they work for. But we all remember last year. It was one time a foreign referee came. I'm not gonna forget that. One time. And it was on our stadium in a derby. We all know that Turkish referees struggles against home teams in a derby because of the pressure, because of the social media, because of what they're gonna think after the match. And it's one game you are taking this foreign referee, and it's on our stadium. It's no coincidence. And I just want to say about some Turkish journalists. I watched the program, for example, about Sercan Dikme, who is a Besiktas journalist. When Haruk Yürekli asked about, I think it's, yeah, he asked about, yeah, what can you say about Orkun Kökçü's salary? Then Sercan Dikme is just saying like, yeah, I can't say the exact numbers, but he would have, Manchester United and Inter was interested in him, and they would have given him much higher salaries. So he's, but I can't say anything else. While our players, we're hearing every detail about the salaries, about the transfer fee, about how we're paying it, about every game bonuses, everything. I think it's just funny because, and yeah, Haruk Yürekli also asked Sercan Dikme about, yeah, Gedson Fernandes, is he gonna stay? Is he gonna leave? What do you think? No, I can't say anything, because I don't want to get in trouble. Something in those lines, So, and about, I'm just gonna get there. I just need to get a bit frustration out of me. And about the Yaz also, when they got Archie Brown, the 2002 player, because it was a good deal. I'm not sure if it's a good or bad deal, the numbers, it looks okay. It's a young player. It's not that expensive, not at least in what we are used to right now in the transfer fees and everything. But then he's writing everything: the salary, the transfer fee. But when it comes to other players, John Duran, he don't say a word about this transfer fee or about the loan deal, about the salaries. But when it comes to a good deal, it's like every detail. So yeah, maybe I'm just stupid that I'm saying these things, but I think it's not a coincidence. So yeah. Hopefully this episode was okay. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.